Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you something that I have promised I will try and I wanted to show ever since the Morrigain fusion came out. Everybody was really down on her, but I thought, you know what, there's definitely going to be a place in the game for her. And even like, you know, for example, for me, she's straight up gonna be a Faction Guardians if ever I'm gonna pull another one. But for other people that do not have, you know, champions like maybe a Deacon, champion like Lysandra, or like, you know what, I'm even showing this even for people that do not have maybe Allures. There's ways of using her that can make it efficient for the sake of the Dark Fae. And this is what I'm showing right now. This is the first draft, you know, I've tested it a little bit. I try to take it as down as possible with the case of champions. So this is not an endgame showcase. I'm going to do another video once 120 opens, and I'm going to show the right combination, and it might just be the same ones, or I might just swap one champion. But what I wanted to show is the fact that she can provide you with the help that you need for the sake of beating Dark Fae. Like for example, let me move myself out there. You see that we're using Morrigain, one Cold Heart, V6 that's free, Armiger that you can get for free, and then I am using a Herndek for the sake of, you know, killing ourselves and also providing us with a little bit of extra turn meter. The Herndek could be, for example, we could use, what's his name again? Yakar the Scorch. Again, it's another champion that you can get for free from the clan shop. You just need to buy the fragments. And he can definitely be a good replacement, because what you kind of need in this team is somebody that does enough damage that kills your own team, because that's how this one works once you get to the boss part. And then if they can also bring some turn meter control, that's even better. And that's basically what Herndek, for example, provides in this team. But the best thing about this team is the fact it's basically Morrigain's kit. So she brings on the A3 the turn meter control. She pushes your turn meter forward by 20%. Then she pushes the enemy's turn meter back by 20%. And she also brings you the increase speed. All of that on one single skill, 4 turns cooldown. Okay, even if you book it, it just brings it to 100% to push back the turn meter, doesn't lower the cooldown. Then on the A1, she brings a 70% chance, which is kind of high, of placing a decreased speed, which is one debuff that you actually kind of care to have for the sake of this boss. Okay, what happened here is that was some bad RNG. We didn't get enough turns for Morrigain to come back to her A3 teams. Basically, I'm going to show you how I worked with the presets to make it work. Obviously, keep in mind that all 3 stages of the Dark Fae have different waves. So the way you're going to use your presets is going to be maybe different the way that I'm using mine on this specific stage. Because every single one has to fall in, every single one of the champions has to fall into the right order if you're trying to look for a full auto team. If you're not trying to look for a full auto team, then that should be a lot easier, as you will just save your skills and use them exactly when you want, and that makes it so much easier. But yeah, it's like, I feel like she's really good. For the sake of the boss part, for example, I'm not using her A2 that brings a decreased accuracy, because I already have Herndek that brings that decreased accuracy on his A2 that also brings the decreased defense. So it's no point to double down on that. It's just I just wanted to do the A1 to land that decreased speed as soon as possible, and then the A3 to do the turn meter control as soon as possible as well. The way that I build mine is in no specific sets. I think I even have I'm going to obviously show you the builds at the end. I just have like speed, perception, and I didn't perfectly min-max her, trust me. I just put some gear on her and just did it, and it was pretty easy. The only key thing in here would be the fact that you want her to go first. If you had some decent reflex gear, that would make it even better, because by locking her A2 the same way that I did it, you get the chance to come back to the A3 faster. For example, I have my Cold Heart in a, what's it called? in a reflex set. For the sake of the Cold Heart, for example, you're not going to need the crazy damage. You're just going to care about having her at the right speed, so she doesn't go before Herndek. And again, in a reflex, so she comes back to her Heartseeker as soon as possible. And that way, as you see, we have enough turn meter control, you know, amongst all of these champions by, you know, just doing the right speeds, having the right gear sets. But again, like I said, I'm going to try and make another video when we get to 120 to show it again, min-max the builds and everything. But let's have a quick look at the presets now. So basically the way that I have them preset is Morrigain, she can do whatever. On the second wave, I locked her Velocimancy, which is the turn meter boost skill. I can even not make her open because I don't want to do that. And then on the boss part, I make this as a priority. I don't use the A2 because it doesn't help us with anything. Herding, I let him do whatever he wants. The beauty of Herding is whenever he kills somebody with the A1, he comes back to, he gets another turn. So you can just keep having him A1, A1, A1 and kill everyone. A2 smacks pretty hard, A3 smacks pretty hard as well. You'd prefer the champions that I'm showing in this team to be booked, honestly, because otherwise it's a bit difficult to keep that turn meter down. But yeah, for example, on the second wave, I make him open with this one and then do not use the A2 or the A3 because he can finish them off with the A1 as just keep doing A1s a lot and he's just going to be able to kill them. And then on the boss part, I make him open with the A2. That should be the one that kills the whole of the enemy team, which is obviously your team. And then prioritize the A3, which is the one that can fully deplete the turn meter. Armigerd, nothing. He does whatever he wants. Cold Heart, I just locked the Heartseeker. And I'm keeping the Heartseeker to, for the sake of the boss part. Again, on the boss part, I'm locking the A2 because I only wanted to do the A1s and Heartseeker for the sake of the turn meter control and obviously extra damage. I locked the A2 as well on the second wave because, like I said, mine is in reflex, and at the same time, I took the wrong mastery that gives her speed, which I do not want, but I'm going to show you what, because she has the same mastery as Herding, and Herding needs that, so he's going to go the first one after Morrigain goes. And then V6, I made her again. I made her open with the A2, don't use this, open with the A3 and then whatever. And then on the boss part, I locked her A2 and A3. Basically, I just want to keep doing A1 because on the A1, again, turn meter control. She's not the best for this choice. The same with Armigerd. I just, I wanted to take it a little bit down and show you, kind of like the closer to free-to-play version of this. So let me show you quickly the build. So V6 on both, I just had her in whatever gear I had before with some damage in there. So she basically just needs to be decently fast with some damage if you can, and the accuracy to land her A1, the turn meter control, and she's at 209 speed. Then mastery is obviously with War Master. This is mostly what you care about, and down the support tree. Herding, he's built a little bit strong. He's in Savage plus Cruel, 5.1k attack, 250 crit damage, but you don't have to have exactly what, the crazy gears or the crazy stats that I'm showing you. The only thing you need to keep in mind is if you build everybody else from your team squishy enough, then he does not have to hit that hard. So if you don't build V6 for damage, you build her just to do, to have decent enough speed and accuracy, then it's gonna work just fine. For example, for me, I had a 6-star ring here and didn't kill Morrigain, so I just removed it. You can just keep removing rings or whatever from your people so that you can make sure that once Herding gets a turn on the boss part, he kills everybody. That's kind of like the goal. As you saw, he didn't always kill V6 because obviously V6 is a bit tanky with 4.3k defense. Then the Cold Heart, like I said, this is a refresh Cold Heart with 2 pieces of refresh. It's not mandatory. If you have some refresh, use it as well. It helps. Reflex, again, it's not mandatory, but it helps a ton because obviously she will refresh that A3 pretty often. It's not 100% without this. Obviously, it's pretty hard to show something perfect and oh my god, everything's perfect 100%. I can do that, but it requires specific champions, specific gear, and then people will be like, oh, I don't have this gear, I don't have this champion. So, I'm giving variations in here that can actually work because at the end of the day, you just put in a background to go on auto, you do a few turns, you maybe lose 2-3, then you just put it to do auto again, and it is what it is. The stats that I have on her, 214 speed, 70% crit rate. You don't need 100% because of Ray 3. Decent crit damage, like I said, you don't need this crazy, and you need just the accuracy in order to land your A3, in order to land the turn meter depletion. Then these are the masteries on her. For the sake of the Dark Fae, I would suggest go with Giant Slayer. I didn't want to change, the other builds for my other Cold Hearts, so just left it as it is. But Giant Slayer helps more because you want to do as much damage to the boss to kill her as soon as possible. Otherwise, the more, the longer the fight takes, the higher the chances that she's gonna 3% resist you, hit you back, and you're gonna die. You definitely don't want that. And obviously, the Evil Eye helps a bit for extra turn meter control. Armigerd, I don't even have him fully built. I just had him in whatever, just throw him in there. Basically, Armigerd, you want 100% crit rate, again, accuracy to land your turn meter control, and decent enough speed. Maybe the speed is a bit overkill for what I'm showing, but you know what, you want him to be around the 200 mark, and obviously I kept mine destroy because that's the way that I used him last time. And then these are the masteries, again, War Master and Evil Eye, so he gets more turn meter depletion on his first A1. That's pretty important. And then let me see. Oh yeah, Morrigain. Morrigain is just like I said, not even max gear, just random stuff. Speed and perception. 264 speed, 363 accuracy. It's a bit overkill on the accuracy because that accuracy I'm gonna need for example, for stage 120, but I'm gonna need a lot, you know, a lot faster speed for the sake of 120 hard. What you need her is, you need her to be the fastest in your team, preferably around 240, 250, and then around 200. Like obviously you can do, the faster you can get her the better, because she's just gonna keep boosting that, but you don't want to be too much faster than your Hundig, because then the enemy Morrigain will take a turn, and that can, you know, something bad can happen if they get a turn, and you know, you get some resistance. You want to eliminate as much of the RNG as you can, so keep around like 40-50 difference between Morrigain and your next fastest one. But yeah, this is the build that I have so far. Like I said, this is the first draft. Again, oh yeah, no masteries. I don't even have any masteries on her. I could even give her War Master for extra damage, or if you guys cannot hit the accuracy with the speed, just give her Eagle Eye and then just focus as much speed as you can, and that's gonna be it. But yeah, this is the first draft. If this is the first showcase of Morrigain for the sake of Dark Fae, like I said, once stage 120 hard is gonna be open and I'm gonna beat it, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna show you again another team which, for the sake of 120 hard, I might not be having Armiger, I might not be having V6, I might have an Allure, or I might not have, it's, you know, I might show different variations, but I wanted to show that Morrigain is actually a good champion. Don't sleep on her if you did a fusion, just, you know, benched her. Just build her out, guys, because she's pretty good. She's pretty good. Oh yeah, correction. I said that it doesn't decrease the cooldown if you book her, but it does. So definitely try to book her. It's like what, 3, 6, and then with another 4, that's 10 books. If you can land the books over here, for the sake of this one, you don't really care about the 8-2 that much, maybe. So yeah, but yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoyed this video and my content in general, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's like 80% of you that are watching my videos but are not subscribed to the channel. It helps me tremendously, and I would really appreciate if you would drop that sub. But yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one, guys. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Goodbye.